Hi. So this time I've set the unicorn up. Her name is Lady Frankenfluff Bonk, and I love her. She's 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 watching you back while you watch this. Okay. So Geek is a novel by the late Katherine Dunn, published in 1983. It was a National Book Award finalist and has become something of a cult classic. And also, Tim Burton bought the rights with the intention of making a movie. It's my favorite book. The plot is actually kind of complicated, so I've made a little family tree here. Basically, it's about the Winooski family who own and operate a traveling carnival. The protagonist, Olympia, I don't know if, can you see that? You probably can't. The protagonist, Olympia, is a bald albino hunchback dwarf. Her parents, Al and Crystal Lil, abused drugs during Lil's pregnancies in order to breed their own freak show. Out of the 10 babies they had, only half survived. The others are kept in glass jars of formaldehyde as an exhibit at the show. So Ollie has 4 siblings. Arturo, born with flippers for limbs, Electra and Iphigenia, conjoined twins, and Fortunato, who is nicknamed Chick. She also has a daughter, Miranda, born with pig's tail. The story is divided in 2. It covers Ollie's childhood and adolescence with the carnival, and her adult life in the early 1980s. It gets really dark really fast, and there are a lot of topics that might make people uncomfortable. So trigger warning for the rest of the video, mostly for suicide and sexual assault mentions. Except I just realized that I didn't mention the suicide thing, like I thought I would. Or the sexual assault, like I thought I would. So that's in the book, but it's not in the video. Yeah, this is big brain time. So, despite the dark subject matter, the book is written beautifully. It's almost poetic, I think. The most well-known quote comes after a sequence where Ollie is forcefully stripped. Where the fuck? Here it is. Where Ollie is forcefully stripped in an exotic dance club and shoved onto the stage, where she dances in front of a jeering crowd. They thought to use and shame me, but I went out by nature, because a true freak cannot be made. A true freak must be born. It also has some very unique chapter titles, including The Flesh, Electric on Wheels, Popcorn Pimp, Nose Spites Face, Lip Disappears, and Catching His Shrieks in Cups of Gold. So obviously this isn't a light book. TV Tropes warns that the book is not for anyone except those with the strongest of stomachs. One of the more disturbing aspects of the story is Miranda's conception. Her father is Artie, Ollie's older brother. And that isn't even the only case of incest, just the most extreme. But the dark topics aren't the whole book. A big part of it is this social commentary on what it feels like to be an outcast, and the lengths people can go to for some sense of community. Artie starts like a whole fucking cult on that topic. I don't think I said that right. Another interesting facet of the book is Ollie herself. She's a very morally gray character, which is sort of unusual in a main character. The book also ends on an extremely dark note, with almost every character dead. Spoiler alert. Back to TV tropes. Let's find some examples of villain protagonists and downer endings. This section is too long, but I really like it, and I'm not going to cut it out, because I don't know how to edit. Alex in A Clockwork Orange. That's a fucked up book. Don't like it. It's hard to read, and it's bad. There's also the infamous Lolita, which is narrated by a pedophile. Paradise Lost, obviously, has a villain protagonist. Patrick Bateman from American Psycho, arguably Victor Frankenstein. Then we have the anime manga section. It's not over there, but yeah. We have Light Yagami from Death Note, who is probably one of the most famous examples. Several Madoka Magica spin-offs have villain protagonists, and Future Diary is an example where the protagonist gets worse over time. Also, they've got that girl. You know the one. Now on to downer endings. Shakespeare fucking loved them, as evidenced by King Lear, Hamlet, and of course Romeo and Juliet, which was an amazing comedy. In another theater example, The Crucible ends with almost all the main characters dead or insane. Les Miserables has one, or is it Les Miserables? Has one, which makes sense because the title just literally means the miserable ones. The manga Deep Love ends with the main character dying of AIDS. Naruto ends with Sakura marrying Sasuke, who is just the worst. Anyway, I got off topic. That's in the script. This isn't. This aside. This point is, Geek Love is an amazing book that you should read if you can handle disturbing content. Thank you for your time. Sasuke really is just the fucking worst. Fucking She should have married. She should have married Roger. Fucking. Thanks.